Have you ever read Genesis and felt like you were only scratching the surface? We all know the icons: Adam, Noah, Abraham, Jacob. But for many, something has always felt missing: the ancient context, the lost culture, and the missing pieces that the earliest believers actually held sacred. Genesis Illuminated is a 2-volume restoration of the first book of Scripture, reconstructed from the ancient witnesses that most modern Bibles left behind. These books were written for those seeking the full picture, a narrative that goes beyond standard commentary. By integrating the memories preserved in the Ethiopian Bible, the Dead Sea Scrolls, and the books of Enoch, Jubilees, and Jasher, the author's aim was to restore a layer of psychological depth that modern study often overlooks. Crucially, this depth is informed by the author's own trauma-based understandings. These ancient sources provide the context, but her personal experience provides the lens to uncover the internal why behind the choices of these figures. In the books, we explore their fears, their motives, and the complex human emotions that drove their divine encounters, making their ancient struggles feel viscerally real. Volume 1 journeys from the first, "Let there be light," through Genesis chapter 28. You'll experience creation as a cosmic temple, a blueprint for bringing divine order out of your own chaos. You'll discover Eden as the first sanctuary and see Adam and Eve not just as first parents, but as priests struggling with the weight of their calling. You'll sit with Abraham under the oaks of Mamre and walk the harrowing, psychologically charged path to the binding of Isaac, feeling the tension between a father's love and a prophet's obedience. Volume 2 follows Jacob's flight from Esau to the final days of Joseph in Egypt. This volume dives deep into the psychology of family dynamics. You'll see the latter at Bethel as a bridge between worlds, wrestle alongside Jacob at Peniel as he confronts his own identity, and feel the raw, heartbreaking rivalry between Leah and Rachel. Finally, you'll follow Joseph from the pit of betrayal to the heights of Egyptian power, a masterclass in how a wounded soul can choose forgiveness over vengeance. Together, these volumes reveal Genesis as a gritty, beautiful story of flawed families and divine faithfulness. By exploring the psychological motivations of the patriarchs, we see our own reflections in their struggles. You'll see how the blessing often skips the expected heir, how exile becomes a crucible for mental and spiritual growth, and how Yahweh weaves a holy covenant through the messy threads of human failure and psychological complexity. Every chapter is grounded in the Ethiopian canon and the Dead Sea Scrolls. You'll explore the fiery furnace of Nimrod, the 70 languages of Joseph, and why the stars themselves point to a coming king. And for a truly immersive experience, there are QR codes included. Scan them to hear original songs composed for each Torah portion. Genesis wasn't meant for silent study. It was a melody designed to resonate with the human heart. This isn't just academic, it's actionable. Each section concludes with lessons for your family, your work, and your mental well-being. The appendices include the Hebrew calendar, the tribal constellations, and a complete 19-year Torah reading schedule. Whether you're a pastor, a student, or simply a seeker tired of shallow studies, these books provide a roadmap for the modern soul. This set is a complete restoration of the Genesis narrative, ancient, musical, and psychologically profound. If you've ever sensed there was more to this story than you were taught, your journey starts here. Get the complete Genesis Illuminated set today and change the way you read the Word forever. See the links below this video or on the product page of the Feast on His Crumbs website to access these books today, and follow Feast on His Crumbs on YouTube, Facebook, or wherever you see this ad. Because Genesis Illuminated is only the first of a series of books called the Illuminated series, intended to bring more context to those books and stories in the Bible that used to feel dry and incomplete. The time has come for us to begin to see the full picture.